Burgundy Ballers, welcome back to another episode of the Ballin in Burgundy podcast. Yeah, and guys, we got another great episode just for you guys today. I got myself, I got Justin, I got our boy Chris. Andrew's on a trip, so safety up to him. But we got the three of us on. What's going on, fellas?
Not much, buddy. Ready to get the spot going, brother.
Yeah, Chris, what's up?
What's going on, y'all? What's
Yes,
going
sir.
on?
It's been a week. Here we are, Friday night. You guys will see this hopefully on Saturday. Another great week of a training camp, kind of in the books. Obviously, they might do another one. As this comes out. Another great week of training camp, inching closer and closer to the preseason, inching closer and closer to the actual season. Just last night, Hall of Fame game, Cleveland and the Jets. DTR looking like a dog, but we'll get into all that here in a second, guys. I need y'all to do two things: hit like and subscribe here on the video and here on the YouTube channel. Head over to Instagram, go follow the three of us. All links will be down in the description. And let's get into it. Training camp 2023 has gone off relatively well. Outside of David Bada being placed on IR, so prayers up for him. Forbes getting a little icy here and there, but it's probably just a little, I think what they said was kind of a groin, kind of just a little injury. It shouldn't be too bad. Offense is looking good. Defense is looking great, just all around great. Earlier today, offense didn't look, too well. But that being said, McLaurin, EB, and the whole coaching staff is showing some hard coaching. This from Pete Haley. None of us can make it to training camp. It's just the way it happens. Rio's there. Tony's there. Our guys are out there, so shout out to them. But Pete Haley did say that, and I quote, Terry is pissed. The offense has been awful all day, and the defense has been good and super loud about their goodness, of course. After a pass breakup by Ben St. Juste, he stood over Cole Turner and didn't help him up. A little cocky. Literally, McLaurin rips off his helmet and gets in BSJ's face, saying you got to help your teammate. I want to see that mentality. I want to see we ain't fucking around no more. That's your guy. You got to help him up. EB, if he doesn't like what the offense is running, he's going to have him run it back. Earlier this week, Cosme pushed Cody Barton. He told Nick Gates pushed Barton. He told Gates to get the fuck up out the lineup. I'm enjoying this hard coaching. I don't know about y'all. I'm enjoying this hard coaching.
I'm loving the coaching.
Yeah, definitely. I like what EB is doing with this team, coaching them up. He probably did the same thing in Kansas City, so he's going to, bring that here to Washington.
Yeah.
We got to get these guys, actually wanting to play ball, and make the playoffs, Not saying that last year we didn't, but I mean, this year it seems like they want to take that step further and finally get over that hump of getting into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Very true. And these coaches are actually pushing our players to be better players. Something we haven't seen in a very long time as Washington fans. When's the last coach you've seen since Gibbs that actually pushed his players to redo stuff, disciplined? It wasn't Ron Rivera, I can tell you that from the last couple of years.
Mm-mm.
It has not. And that's the sad thing, too, is you would think new guys in every year, new veterans in every year, you would think, hey, we got to coach them hard, we got to coach them right. Kind of been soft. This training camp, literally, within the first day, EB's in this face, screaming at teammates, that's not how we fucking do things. Get the fuck out of the lineup. That's what I want to see.
Yep.
I want to feel. I love it. Based on the last about 2 weeks of training camp, who has stood out to you guys of saying, hey, he's going to be a dog. He's going to be someone that is going to make the 53 guaranteed outside of your normal Terrys, your Jahans, Sam Howell. But who's been a guy, maybe he's been a rookie, an undrafted free agent, a vet, practice squad guy who's, stood out to you and saying, hey, he's going to make it. Whether it's on the 53 or somewhere else, he's going to be an absolute unit. Chris, I'm going to start with you on this one.
I mean, I think the obvious one is kind of like our first round pick from this year, Emmanuel Forbes. From what I've been hearing, he's been really good. I mean, yeah, it's kind of the obvious one, but like some of the videos you see of him, he's looking, pretty good, So I'm hoping he can keep that up going into next Friday night against the Browns through the whole preseason and then pretty much through the entire actual season. So, yeah.
Forbes like that. Justin, who you got?
I got my boy Mason Brooks. The coaches, they are loving this kid. He normally plays guard. He's competing for that left guard spot right now. But the coaches are in love with this kid. I mean, he's on track to make this 53-man roster. I mean, he's came out every day of camp, showed he can compete, showed he can play, held up on his own against Allen and Payne when he had his couple reps. I mean, these coaches really do think they got something special in Mason Brooks.
Yeah, based on all the reports I've seen, whether it's Washington the Daily, Washington Today, Pete Haley, John Keim, our usual suspects, Brooks has been on one. I mean, everyone's been saying, he looks really good. He's gonna make the 53. I've made my roster for this year. I've got him on the 53 as a backup. I think he's gonna get the job done. I've got two names. I can make six names. I got two. First, De'Ami Brown, wide receiver, number 2. Man is a speed demon. Man is a dog. Got that howl to De'Ami, that UNC connection. Now in the DMV, looking good. I think he might take the number 3 spot. I think he might move Curtis down to number 4. Because Curtis is on his last year of his contract. He's a bit older. He's a little bit slower. I think De'Ami might take that number 3, especially if this year he has 800 yards, 4 touchdowns, maybe 60 catches, something like that. I think he could seriously take the next step up. Second guy, I could go Forbes, been a dog. I could go Ben St. Juste, been a dog. I'm going to go the whole defensive line. They have been stacking bodies on the O-line. First week, second week. Chase, been on O-line. Telling him that how good we are. Sweat, producing. Payne, producing. Allen, producing. Fedarian Mathis, Big Phil, producing. Whether it's on the first team, second team, third team guys, the whole Obata producing. The whole D line is getting after them. Davis, don't get me started on Jamin Davis. I got words for him. And talk about that right now. Cody Barton's another man who's been showing up. I'm gonna give praise to that whole D line. They can stay healthy. I could see everyone having 9 sacks apiece. This whole defensive line needs a minimum combined total of 40 sacks. Whether it's 10, 10, 10, 10, 9, 9, 11, 11, 11, 10, 9, 6, however you want to slice it, they all at least need to be combined 10 sacks. I think we can all agree upon that. Or all combined 40, excuse me.
Yeah. This defense is going to have to step up, definitely, and it's going to have to stay consistent throughout the whole season. Because if you remember last season, they kind of got off to a slow start. Then they kind of picked it up pretty much through the rest of the season. And you bring up, them kind of going through the offensive line. That's kind of good and a bad thing. It's good because our defense should be where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Bad news is the offensive line.
Yep.
Is what, might get crushed, especially against, like a team like the Philadelphia Eagles defensive line,
Yep.
So
I don't know if the defense have a solid start and keep up a pretty solid pace for the year. I do think that defense could be top 10 defense. I mean, you get a healthy Chase Young, you get a healthy Montez Sweat, you get 2 fierce, eager edge rushers who need paid this year. So they're going to have to bring everything they got in order for the big paycheck. That should motivate them to have the best season of their NFL careers. But you have Payne, who just got paid. You have Allen, who got paid a couple years back.
Yep.
The younger D-line core. I mean, this defense that D-line will take a lot of pressure off the secondary, and the secondary will play to what we hope they're going.
Yeah. Well, here's the good thing is in 2 weeks on August 15th and 16th, Ravens Commanders joint practice up in Baltimore, which is like a 45-minute hour drive from Ashburn. It's not too far, I think. Joint practice for those 2 days, because on that following 18th or 19th, that Friday or Saturday is our preseason game, week 2 against them. It's going to be good. We go up against all of their guys. We go up against their offense. We'll go up against a Marlon Humphrey, Kyle Hamilton, a Roquan Smith, who is a dog, and their D-line. Lamar Jackson, Mark Andrews, Zay Flowers, OBJ's got to go up against Chase Young, Payne, Allen, Sweat, Davis, Barton, Ford, like the whole crew. It's going to be good because I think, kind of like, whether you're in the food service or podcasting, you see the same people every day. You're used to them. You're used to their voice, what they're going to order, what they might say. But then you go and bring someone new. Oh, now I can really sharpen my skills. I can dig my teeth into this. Joint practice is going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait for that. But before we can even get into that, it will become preseason. But we're going to make our...
Ballers, hold up. We got a few sponsors we need to personally thank for here at Ballin and Burgundy. First, our guy Washington on the Daily, both on Instagram and YouTube. Huge sponsor. We want to give our massive thanks out to them. You can follow Washington on the Daily, both on Instagram and on Twitter, WSH on the Daily. Our guy Tony, who's Pro Tech Sports Network. Huge thanks to him. I met up with him at the Commanders Vikings game. Huge thanks to him. Our guy Sanchez at On the Warpath podcast over on YouTube and on Instagram. And then finally, our guy Rio Robinson, Mr. Rambling with Rio himself, our new sponsor, and a huge thanks to him. Met up with him at the Vikings Commanders game as well. So thank you to him. Again, huge thanks. Again, all of their Instagrams and YouTubes are going to be down in the description. You guys go follow all of them. And again, one big thank you to Rio, Tony, Sanchez, Washington on the Daily for being sponsors of not only today's video, but Ballin and Burgundy as a podcast. Get back to work.
And now we return you to our regular scheduled program.
Our predictions, our official predictions for the season. How many wins? How many losses? If I hear one of y'all to say we're going to tie someone, I'm going to raise some hell up in here. we ain't having this no tie mess. We ain't having this. I'm not putting on no suit, and y'all going to give me a tie to put on. We ain't having this today. All right. I ain't having it. Oh, my blood pressure getting high. All right. I'm going to start with Justin. If you want to go week by week, that's fine. If you want to go kind of just however you want to do it, I will make a corresponding thing to go along with it. But what do you have us going win-loss wise?
Well, give me 2 seconds to pull up the schedule real quick.
I got you. You're all good. And guys, I will have the schedule on the editing, so you guys want to see. If you forget, if we say week 5, who we playing week 5? I'll put on the screen for you guys, all of our viewers, all of our Burgundy Ballers. While he pulls that up, don't forget, like I said, like and subscribe here on the channel. Head over to all of our Instagrams, mine, Chris, Justin, Andrews, all of our subscribers and all of our sponsors over to Instagram. Go follow all of them. Head over to Rambling with Rio, Pro Tech Sports Network, Washington on the Daily. If they got YouTube, go follow them and tell them we say hi.
All righty, here we go. Week 1, Commanders versus Cardinals. I think we win. It's going to be a blowout. Week 2, Commanders versus Broncos. That's another win. I think the Broncos are not close enough to being a true good team on their offensive side. Week 3, Bills versus Commanders. That's our first L. I think Josh Allen's going to give us the first L of the season. Week 4, I don't know if that's a Monday night or game, but we're versus Philly. And I do think we're going to win that one because I think we will win by field goal for that because Philly this year, they have the what do you call it? they have that edge of, oh, we went to the Super Bowl, so we're still the crap, and they're going to get their butt handed to them this year. And remember the NFC East curse, guys. Week 5, we got the Bears.
Bears.
Bears. I think that's another win. I think it's going to be a close game. I mean, Bears brought tremendous talent this year, finally. But I do think we could beat them. Falcons. I think that's going to be another win. I don't think there's a quarterback situation other than Heineke, who's probably going to back up Ritter. I think we could beat the Falcons.
Okay.
Giants, I think the Giants want to take our first NFC East L. Same with Philly, because we always win one, lose one. Seems
That's right.
like Patriots, I think, will win. The Hawks.
Seahawks.
I think that's going to be an L. I think we'll probably get outplayed.
Respectable.
Giants will win. Cow shits, I think we could win.
The first one of the
Dolphins.
season.
Oh, yeah. Dolphins will probably going to be an L. The Rams are probably going to be a dub because they just are a dumpster fire team this year.
Yeah.
They might as well trade everybody that has a pulse on that team.
That's fair.
Jets, I think, is probably going to be an L. Niners an L, and Cowboys an L. So I think 11-6 maybe?
Oh, let's see, 5,
11-5, something like that.
7, 8, 9 and 8.
Roughly.
Yeah,
Sounds
9
about
and 8.
right. And I think we're going to win the division.
We're going to win the
Throw
division.
that out there
9
right
and
now.
8. Okay.
Remember, NFC East curse. When it's
It's
27 years almost. The
God,
NFC
it's
East can
like
never be
2000
consistent.
Yeah, since like 2002. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, 9 and 8. I don't hate it. It's very plausible. I think it's going to be very close. I'm going to reset my board here. Andrew, Chris, my apologies. You got your
So good.
you got everything in that big is ready to go?
Yeah.
All right.
The one thing that Justin said, 9 and 8, win the division. I like 9 and 8. I think it get us in the playoffs at the 7th seed. I just don't think it would win us the NFC East because knowing how the division is. So we'll see. But all right, week 1 against Arizona, that should be a W.
Yep.
Denver, that should be a W also. I'm not gonna say Sean Payton has our number, but he has managed to beat us in the past. But we know how to contain Russell Wilson. So,
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give us that one. That's 2-0. Then the next 2, I have us taking some L's because Buffalo. If y'all saw that game from a couple years ago,
Yeah.
that oof. And then Philly. I mean, yeah, we managed to beat them with Taylor Heineke last year. But I just don't think that's gonna, happen week 4. So that's 2-2 for right now. Chicago and Atlanta, I'm gonna say those are both W's. That should be, 4-2. I look at the first 6 games and I say, okay, if we're at least 4-2 before the first Giants game, we should be good. We should be okay. The Giants game, it's up in the Meadowlands. It's gonna be tough to play. I'm gonna give us that, or I'm gonna give the Giants that one. So that's 4-3.
Yep.
Philly here at home, I'm gonna give us that one.
Okay.
New England, I think we could beat them. To be honest, yeah, they got Bill Belichick, the great defensive-minded coach, and but Mac Jones isn't really that good, to be honest. He's okay. So, Seattle, I'm gonna say that's an L. So, it's like 6-4, something like that.
6-4 right now, yeah.
The Giants, I'm gonna say that's a W here. Or in Landover.
Yep.
The Cowboys on Thanksgiving. This one I'm gonna say, to be honest, because we always split with at least Dallas and Philly. So I'm gonna say this one, unfortunately, is the loss, which I hope it's not. But we know how the NFL
Yeah.
comes when it's Washington versus Dallas. Miami, I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna say an upset. That's an upset, I think.
Hey.
I truly think that could be an upset game, kind of like how people were predicting us to lose to the Bucks a couple years ago, and we managed to go out there and beat them.
Yeah.
So from the Rams, I'm gonna say that's a W. So what am I at? Like 9-5, 8-5, something like that. The Jets, I'm gonna say that's an L because anytime we go on the road to play Aaron Rodgers, we always lose. But when Aaron Rodgers comes to FedEx Field, we somehow manage to beat him. I don't know.
I mean, that's fair.
San Francisco, I'm gonna say we kind of get our teeth slapped, but I look at that. I look at that game, and depending on if both teams are fighting for a playoff spot, I feel like they might switch it to a 425. Depending on the playoff picture.
Yeah.
And then Dallas at home to end off the season. Like I said, depending on what the playoff picture looks like, it might be a 425 game. I hope it's not a Sunday night game because I don't want to get our – it better not be. And if it is, we better be wearing white on white because that's a jersey we can only win in. But I'm going to give us that one, a good win to end off the season and hopefully, make the playoffs. So
I like it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 7. You got it as a 10 and 7, my friend. I don't hate
that should be pretty good.
10 and 7 can win the division. That's very plausible.
It possibly could. It honestly possibly could. But we also got to look at what Philly and Dallas can do.
Yep.
I'm not going to say the Giants just yet because you never know with Saquon Barkley. If Saquon goes down, the Giants might be done.
Yeah.
So our main two concerns right now would be Philly and Dallas.
See, what you guys are thinking is the NFC East is going to be really good this year. I don't think it is. When's the last time the NFC East has ever been good back-to-back seasons? Never has. Past the 2000 era.
Ooh.
That's fair.
You know what? Yeah, you know what? You're right on that one.
Yeah, I'll give you that. That. Only reason why I'm with Chris before I make my prediction that the NFC East will be good. Jalen Hurts just went to the Super Bowl. Yes, they lost some defensive starters, but you're saying Jordan Davis, Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, the Philadelphia Bulldogs, essentially. Because
pretty much
the Georgia Eagles, like they're gonna be they will at least win 9 games. I think I can guarantee the Eagles will win 9 games. I pray and hope Dallas goes undefeated as 0-17. I would love to hear my guy Chisel Adonis isn't him with the no, we down boy, and they're 0-17. I would love to hear it. Shout out to Chisel. The Giants, I think, will be about what they were, if not a little bit worse. Because Saquon's going to be disgruntled, even though he got a 1-year contract. Just idiot. If you're trying to hold out and say you want better money, but you signed for almost the exact same contract of what your franchise tag was, I don't see it because you paid DJ, but you won't pay Saquon. Come on now. And then we should be good. I think going into Week 17. All 4 NFC East teams almost made the playoffs. That was a real possibility. And that's how scary our division was, is all of us almost made the playoffs. But
so Carson Wentz jacked it up.
don't get me started with that boy. I have nightmares just thinking about it. I got PTSD.
It pisses me off just thinking about it.
So much pisses me off. But I'm gonna go on and give my predictions. I'm gonna start off like all of us did. We beat the Arizona Cardinals Week 1 at home. That's a 1:00 game. We go to Mile High. We go to Denver. We go to Russell Wilson's kitchen, and we cook up a W. Broncos country, let's die. That's a 425 game week 2. Week 3, home against those Buffalo Bills. Home against Bills Mafia. And they're sending us through a table like we're Spike Dudley. Sending us through that table. That's a 1 o'clock game. We're going to be home by 425 because we're going through those tables. Week 4 against Philly, at Philly. I think we take that L. I think going at Philly is a dangerous way to start the season. I think going at Philly when they're this hungry to go back to the Super Bowl is a bad idea. And I think we're going to take our second L. Going into week 5, we're 2-2, second or third place in division. At home against the Bears, Justin Fields, Chase Claypool, DJ Moore, Darnell Mooney. But we beat them last year, and damn it, we'll do it again. That is going to be, I think it's a Sunday or a Monday night game, 8:15 p.m.
That's a Thursday night.
Thursday night, thank you. We're going to take that W. So we are 3-2. At Atlanta, at the Dirty Birds in hot Atlanta. And we're going to cook up some Dirty Birds because we're beating them too. We're going to beat Ritter. We're going to beat Heineke. It's going to be one way or the other. It's going to be sweet, sweet victory like SpongeBob. Week 7 at the Meadowlands, at the Giants, 1 o'clock game. I think this is where we take our second division L. At the Giants, at the Meadowlands. Somehow we can never produce in the Meadowlands. I don't know what happens. We just never do. Week 8, 1 o'clock, at home against Philly. That's where we pick up our W, is we keep it at home. Yes, we beat them last year at home, but they beat us like week 3 at home convincingly. Let's flip the script. At home, 1 o'clock, week 8, we're taking that L, or we're taking that with W against Philly. Week 9, at New England. I don't think their offensive line got all that better. Their defense, Matt Judon, Kyle Duggar, they're studs. But we're beating Bill Belichick. We're beating the Sith Lord at home. Or we're beating them at New England. They don't got Tom Brady no more? Oh, no. So right now, going into week 10, we are 6-3. Probably second in the division, if not beating them. Week 10, a 425 game at Seattle. I think we take that L. I think we take another L. Seattle is just an all-around a good team. Top 5 defense. You got weapons across the board. You got Kenneth Walker, Zach Charbonnet, DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Noah Fant, a decent offensive line. Geno looking like MVP Geno last year. Their defense only got better adding Devin Witherspoon. I think we take an L there. Week 11, 1 o'clock, at home against the Giants. That's where we pick up that W. We need to pick up that W against the Giants, and damn it, we got it. Week 12, like you said, Thanksgiving at Jerry World, and I think we take that L. We beat them at Thanksgiving the last time we played them convincingly, but I don't think we straight magic twice. I think we take that L going into week 13 against Miami at home. I think that's going to be a nail-biter. I think our defense will be shredded up by Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill, barring Tua staying healthy. If he can roll properly, if he is injured, that's going to be rough. But I think we take the upset victory against the Dolphins. Going into the bye week, we are 8-5. Going into week 14, the bye week, we are 8-5. Respectfully, I think we'd be second place in the division. God forbid something else happens, we're third. Coming out of the break, at the Rams, in SoFi, and we beat them tails. I don't think the Rams will be all that good this season unless they're starting Stenson Bennett and Cooper Kupp stays healthy, which I hope he does. He's on my fantasy league. But I think we go at SoFi and we beat the Rams. And then we go to the Meadowlands back again. We play Aaron Rodgers and those New York Jets. It's a 1 o'clock game, and I think we take that L. I think their defense is a top 5 defense in the league. And I think you add Aaron Rodgers to all those weapons across the board. I think that's a top 5 offense. And I think we take that L. Now we come home, New Year's Eve, 1 o'clock against the Niners. Is it going to be Trey Lance? Is it going to be Brock Purdy? Is it going to be Sam Darnold? Who cares? Because we're going to take that out. Nick Bosa is going to feast on our offensive line. I'm sorry. They beat us last year convincingly. I think they beat us again. And then finally, week 18, we don't know what time we're going to play or when. But week 18, at home against Dallas. We beat them last year in week 18 with Sam Howell to end the season. And damn it, we're going to do it again. We're going to beat Dallas at home to end the season. So we go, what did I say? We're going to go 10-6, and we're going to make the 6th seed. We won't win the division. I think we're going to win the division at 10-6. We're going to win the division at 10-6, but I think Philly will make the playoffs also at 10 I think they'll also make it at 10-6. But I think we will have the tiebreaker. And that is my prediction. So I said 10-6. Chris, you said 10-6. Justin, you said 9-8. Is there a game on this schedule that you say it's a guaranteed W? It's a guaranteed L? Or do you think a lot of these games will be kind of wishy-washy within a field goal, within a touchdown kind of game?
See, where you say guaranteed dub, if I say one game that's a guaranteed dub, I feel like they would somehow lose the game.
They would.
I mean, like, Arizona seems like a guaranteed dub. It really does. So does Chicago. Maybe New England.
Yep.
Honestly, I'm gonna say this. Week 1, yes, the Cardinals don't have Kyler Murray,
Nope.
DeAndre Hopkins,
Nope.
and whoever else they used to have. We've all seen this type of game before, where Washington should come out, blow them out, win the game. Next thing you know, it's a nail biter, and they either win it by like a field goal or they somehow lose the game. I've seen the story too much.
Let's see.
But
last year, Lions, Titans.
Giants. All those 3 games. Minnesota too.
Well, Minnesota, I think I will always and forever say Minnesota was ref ball. Well, that's just me. I was there. I think that was ref ball. That's just me.
Yeah. But I think week 1 should be a guaranteed dub. Colt McCoy coming back to Washington. I don't know how Arizona's offensive line is. I think, from what I'm hearing from training camp with our defensive line feasting, it seems like, on our offensive line, I think our D-line just terrorizes them,
Yeah.
But I mean, don't honestly be surprised that it somehow turns into a close game. I hope it's not. And if I'm being honest, I think Washington wins this game, like only 24-10.
Oh.
Yeah.
Justin, any guarantees you would knock on wood and say, I like that matchup?
None, because I've seen how this crap goes. No matter what game it is, how good or bad you are, some team's going to win and surprise. It happens every year. I mean, look what we did to the damn cow shit. Or no, the Philly. We fucked Philly when they were undefeated,
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, Philly, we beat Pittsburgh in 2020. They were 11-0. We beat Dallas at Thanksgiving. We beat Dallas. Well, I mean, we beat Dallas twice in that 2020 season because that was also Thanksgiving. No, was it 2021 we beat them at Thanksgiving?
No, it was 2020. Because that's when Antonio Gibson had 3 touchdowns and Alex Smith was playing.
Still playing.
Yeah.
That's right. No, I thought it was 21 because there were fans in the stands.
No, 21 was when obviously the Sunday night game where we got mopped on the floor. And then the first game when we faced Dallas in 21 was when we almost made that comeback. Sorry to get off topic here, but I look at that, I look at the highlights of the game, and if you remember, Kyle Allen came in, right, and threw a ball to DeAndre Carter, and it went right through his arms. And we might have tied the game, but hey, that's in the past. This year, I feel like it's going to be different. Now, the one guaranteed loss I could say that could happen is probably Buffalo, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, look what Josh Allen did to us a couple years ago. Put up 43 points on what our defense was supposed to be outstanding and good that year.
Yeah, that is true. But if I'm gonna play devil's advocate and kind of saying what Justin was, is Buffalo couldn't beat Jacksonville 2 years ago. They only won like 9-6.
That's true.
I mean, it was Josh Allen versus Josh Allen. The superior Josh Allen beat the inferior Josh Allen because Josh Allen sacked, intercepted, and a forced fumble against Josh Allen. But then Josh Allen's dating Haley Steinfeld. So both Josh Allens are kind of winning in life. But that's besides the point. I think Buffalo, would be an L. If we could beat Buffalo, I think that's a big indictment saying, hey, we're coming. We're going to give a damn who you are. We're going to give a damn what you think you are. Super Bowl contender? Nah. AFC East?
Nah.
AFC West? Nah. NFC East? Nah. NFC West? Nah. We feasting today. If we can beat Buffalo, great. If not, I hope it's a close game. If it's 41-16, I'm throwing stuff at Ron. But if it's 41-35 and we don't play sloppy ball, better team won.
Yeah.
Justin, what you think? Justin might be napping over there. He's quiet.
Sorry, I'm having internet issues. I'm cutting in and out.
It's all good. Oh, man.
Let me do some real quick. Alrighty, so Justin, we're a few minutes late, but Justin got called into work. Like I said, he's a firefighter. For those who don't know, got called into work. It's now just down to me and Chris, but we gave our schedule predictions while he was still here. Justin went 9-8. We both went 10-7, 10-6. However, mathematically that is correct. Training camp, like I said, been great. We touched on earlier this episode. Can't wait to get more into it. Have the joint practices, have the preseason games, give us, some more ammunition to test. See what Sam looks like, see what Forbes looks like, see what the offensive line looks like, defensive line. And hopefully just have a great season. Anything else you want to add?
I mean, hopefully we have a great training camp. Hopefully we have a good preseason. Hopefully nobody gets hurt.
Yep.
Hopefully we have a great regular season where we get into the playoffs. Hopefully somehow win the NFC East. If not, maybe be the 5 or 6 seed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be the 7th seed because then that means, you barely got in, know. And to be honest, if it wasn't for the 7th seed, we probably wouldn't have been really in playoff contention last year.
Yeah.
So. But I mean, other than that, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, that's gonna wrap things up. Head over, like I said, head over to our Instagram, hit like and subscribe here on the YouTube channel. Head over to Instagram, follow, like all the posts. Head over to Chris's account. We'll put a link down in the description. Go follow him. Shout out to all of our sponsors, Rio, Tony, Sanchez, Washington Daily, for supporting us through all this. For those who are in our fantasy football league, more details are to come. We've got all 12 spots opened. Our draft might be on the 19th, but that might change. So if you're in the fantasy league and watch this video, just stay tuned, look at the chats, and we'll go from there. Anything else?
No.
No? Alrighty, guys. Don't forget, like I said, hit like and subscribe. Shout out to our sponsors. Training camp is going to keep going. Head into the preseason. Let's things go well. Left hand up. Who are we?
The
Commanders, baby.
Commanders.
Those Commanders. All right, guys. It's going to wrap things up for this episode. And don't forget to stay ballin'. We'll see y'all out there.